Good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks for joining us. So, Tim K has now taken his wife and his child to America. And for how long or for what purposes in total, we don't know, but we can make some assumptions. But my point is bringing your wife or girlfriend to America. What a controversial subject. You're going to see a lot of people responding, I think, in this instance where they're going to say it's a good thing and where they're going to say a bad thing. Let's take a look at the pros and cons for Tim and, quite frankly, how impressed I might just be. Think about it. All right? Let's talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay. You know what? As anybody that watches this channel knows, we are big proponents of child welfare, responsible parenting, and in turn, personal development. We highly encourage it. We advocate for it. Now, we get all of these, you will see that there are hundreds of blogs of why to never bring your wife to America. Don't let her get westernized. This, and this. I'm going to tell you, I totally disagree. And I'm going to tell you something right now. We're going to leave the drama out of this. All right? I don't want to get into that drama. I really and truly do not. We're going to touch on a little bit, but not the drama that Tim is experiencing. And that's just simply the way it is. So, first thing being said, we really appreciate you being here. Second thing, if you enjoy our video, if you like what it is we try and present, then in turn, please do subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and share this video. It would be greatly appreciated. All right. Now, I have to tell you, there are parts of this that I just don't know. But I have to make some assumptions. I'm going to make the assumption. Wow, I hate to do that, don't you? So we're going to have to assume that Chrissy graduated from nursing school as an RN and that Chrissy has passed her NLEX. All right? That's the National Licensing Board for Nurses, and it's internationally accepted. Let's take a look at what, this has been in planning for Tim for a long time. He had to get everything together to get Dale, his son, set up with a U.S. passport as a citizen, okay, so that he could travel. Then they had to get Chrissy's visa, which takes time. And now they're coming to America. Is this westernization really going to be that bad? Many of you will say, you know what? This is the biggest mistake ever. I just disagree. I look at it from Tim's point of view, all right? And from Chrissy's point of view, I think, perhaps. Maybe she's not fully recognizable of all of it yet. Now, I do recognize Tim has a child from a previous marriage, and I do recognize that, or relationship. I do recognize that, they are not on the best of terms. And it's a failed parenting issue. And I blame Tim for that. But we're going to skip past that. And Tim has faults of his own, but don't we all? Going to skip past that as well. Let's take a look at what's happening here. First off, Chrissy is going to be, as an RN in California, all right, she's going to be knocking down base pay 85,000 a year. She's going to have benefits, all right, hospital benefits if she works in a hospital. Well, first off, let's talk about what she's going to have to go through. All right, she can't just walk in and start working. She'll have to get hired. One new nursing graduates, when they're fresh hired, all right, they go into a mentorship program. They're going to spend months in basic nursing areas, basic general medicine, med surg, okay, where they get evaluated, they get accustomed to the hospital, understanding how the rules are different, because her entire nursing exposure in the Philippines is radically different from what she's going to see in the U.S. But she seems to be a very smart young lady. It seems that way. You don't pass the NLEX unless you're reasonably intelligent and unless you did a good job. Tim's looking for a couple of different things, in my opinion, and they're all positive. Number one, he is continually getting Chrissy to grow as an individual. Make the argument that she's his future 401k. Well, I don't know about that. I think he's got disability for like life or something like that. All right. He's got a son. I don't care where you lie in this argument. If you look at where the Philippine ranks in academics, school, and education outside of the Philippines, almost everywhere in a first world country is far superior in general. There are a couple of highly rated academic areas, but they're few and far between and limited. Certainly there are not going to be any where Tim lives and where his son is. Okay? Nursing. Chrissy's going to have offer after offer after offer. She's going to be able to pick and choose where she works, how she works. She's going to be able to then grow. And when I mean grow is for those of you that aren't aware of how nursing works, you start at an entry level, okay? And you can get further certifications. You can also be trained in other areas. And this increases your worth, your value, and makes it easier to move on. So for instance, she can start as an RN, basic, med surge, and then turn around and she can be training in ICU, NICU, PICU, CVRU. These are all intensive care units, higher degrees of practice. All right. The sky is really the limit for her right now. She could continue this education. Now, she should, and quite frankly, I doubt from where she lives, I doubt she's got a bachelor's, a BSN, a bachelor's in nursing from an accredited school that's recognized in the U.S. Now, that's fine. She, as a RN, can then transition into any state college, other colleges, all right, and achieve her BSN. Well, she could go on to get her MSN, her master's. She could go on and eventually work her way towards a nurse practitioner. She has limitless opportunities. Her income level is going to provide a lot of money for herself, for her husband, for her child. Educating Dale. The future of society are our children. I think this is a great thing. All right. Health benefits for Dale. He's going to be on her health plan. I'm, I don't know about Tim. I have no idea how that works with whatever kind of benefits he has from his military experience. I just have no idea whatsoever. But what I am saying is that this has been in the planning for a long time. And what I actually condone here, actually not, what I actually approve of here is that many of you who say, don't bring them to the U.S., don't do this, don't do that, you're just holding these people down. You don't want them to grow. And I think that that's shameful. I think that, you want to keep this traditional woman barefoot and fucking pregnant. All right. I look at other bloggers who have children here in the Philippines who still don't have a passport for that child. If they drop dead tomorrow, that child will get no benefits whatsoever. If Tim K drops dead tomorrow, I don't know what his benefit would be, but the child survival's benefit, his child up until their 18th birthday, all right, is going to get a couple grand a month in survivor's benefits. All right. Now, if Chrissy spends at least 5 years in the U.S., she'll also be entitled to Tim's Social Security in her elderly age. All right. Not that at her rate will she need it. Don't belittle these women. Don't be so insecure. If you're afraid to bring your spouse, your girlfriend to the U.S., you're just fucked up. You are so goddamn insecure. It's pathetic. I brought Arlen to the U.S. Arlen spent better part of 3 years in the U.S. Okay, traveled all over the U.S. We could have easily stayed there and retired there. Arlen just didn't care for the U.S. that much. She wanted to be closer to her family. She didn't really care for it. Our finances are set so that she'll be okay if I drop dead tomorrow. All right? It's all good. But we thought about those things. I went to dinner last night with a friend of ours and his wife and had a long conversation. He is in his early 50s, very beautiful, sweet, smart wife. And they have a small baby. I think maybe like right at a year old, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Okay. He's getting ready to bring her to the U.S. and his daughter. You know what his concerns are? His concerns are the future, the opportunities for his child, the education for his child, for his wife, and for everything that goes along with it. These are what real men do. Real men don't move here, plop their ass in the province, live in a fucking shack, and have women barefoot and pregnant running around all the time. They look to the future of their families. I believe Tim is doing that. The educational benefits for his son, the social environment for his son, all right, health care for his son. The benefits are limitless. Not only that, for his wife, her future goes on. All right. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know nurses dropping in at $160,000, $180,000 a year with a bachelor's degree. Now they've got 7-10 years experience. All right. And they're in management of intensive wards, things like that. But my point with this is that the sky is the limit. Now, what I would do, I certainly wouldn't stay in California, Tim, if you happen to see this. And, if you happen to see it, I congratulate you on your choice. I congratulate you on acclimating your wife and your child to the U.S. And I'm happy to see that there's a family environment, not that it matters or that it's really worth a shit what I say. I don't think that long term, California's a great environment for nurses. I really and truly don't. I think there are better places. And take that from somebody that practiced medicine for 40 years in the U.S. out west. All of that being said, I think Tim did the right thing. And I'm proud, I'm going to say proud, I'm very happy to know that he's secure enough to not worry about his wife leaving him for another man. And you know what? Tim's not that old, so it's not really like, some 70-year-old guy bringing his 25-year-old wife over to the U.S. Things are a little bit different. It's not like he's broke. He's not. He's got whatever financial means he has, all right? And finally, he's providing personal growth for Chrissy. Now, will they grow apart? I don't know. Who the hell knows? Doesn't really matter. They could grow apart in the Philippines, all right? Same. Doesn't matter. Will it expose Chrissy to a Western lifestyle that will help cultivate her cultural awareness? You bet. I'm very, you know what? I may actually start watching some of Tim K's videos. I don't watch him because it just wasn't something that I was interested in, but I may actually watch them just to judge the difference between how Arlene acclimated and how Chrissy is acclimated, and to see how things go with integrating into a U.S. family. Who knows? But in the comments below, please do tell us exactly what you think. Is he making a mistake? Leave the drama out, all right? We're not going to delve into the past. We're looking at the future, okay? If you get so dramatic and bullshit, I'm just going to delete those comments. I really and truly will. Otherwise, we hope you had a Merry Christmas. We hope you're looking forward to a great New Year. Thanks so much for watching.